Good morning, this is Randy. This video is for men. And I know how men just love hearing me talk about them and give them advice, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. I'm going to take another risk because I'm serious about this and I seriously think it's helpful. So, this is about what a man needs to consider before he joins a dating site. And then once he does join the dating site, how he should proceed. So men, and this is more appropriate for men over 40. I don't really need to be giving younger guys advice on dating sites. They probably know more than I do. But men over 40 who have been in marriages and long-term relationships, and all this dating site stuff is new to you, I really think that you should listen to this video before joining. Okay, number one, and most importantly, and I don't know how long this process will take you, but number one, you need to examine how serious you are about actually meeting a woman face to face. So to do this, think about it on a scale of 1 to 10. After much consideration, if you don't come up with a 9 or a 10, do not create a profile on a dating site. Okay, it's simple as that. Okay, this is a decision tree. So if your answer is not 9 or 10, then do not create a profile on a dating site. Do not join one and go about your business. Okay, if your answer is between 1 and 8, but you want to look, you want to see who's out there, you're curious about dating sites, so you're curious but you're not serious, then go ahead, create a profile, but then hide it. When you hide your own profile, no one can see yours, but you can still read and look at all the women's profiles you want. You can do it all day long if you want. But please don't bother us. Don't bother me. Just leave me alone. Hide your own information. You have to put certain things in there in order to join. It's mostly going to be free. And then you can just look at profiles and pictures all day long, and we'll never know, and it's fine, okay? Do not, if you're in this curious, I just want to look and see what's out there, please never ever send a single message to any woman. If that's the position you're in, just curious, don't send us a message, even if it's a compliment. Do not message anyone, please. I don't want people who are curious and just looking anywhere on my radar. You are wasting my time and yours. Okay. Now, some men admit to themselves that they never want to meet a woman face to face, but they like to chat. So if you are the type who just wants to chat with a zillion different women, do not join a dating site to chat. That's what chat rooms are for. Join chat rooms and you can chat with as many ladies as you like. But you'll be off of the dating site because dating sites are not for chatting. That's what chat rooms are for. Number 2, if you assess how serious you are about actually meeting a woman face to face, and you're really thinking, I think I might want a relationship if I met the right woman. That means your answer would be a 9 or a 10. The next thing you need to do is please be realistic about how far you are willing to travel, say 1 to 3 times a week, in order to maintain this relationship if one were to develop. I find that men overestimate how far that they'd be willing to travel several times a week because they are only thinking that they're having to travel at one time during the first meeting, but they're not thinking ahead that if something were to develop, they're going to need to continue to travel that route several times a week. And are they willing to do that? My opinion is that anything over 45 minutes away is unrealistic and it's wasting everyone's time. Number 3, if you are serious about having a relationship or finding a person and having a relationship, start looking at, make up your profile, look at the pictures, and read the entire profiles of the women that you're attracted to. Do not message women without or before reading their profile thoroughly. Okay? Next step. You've looked at the pictures, you've thoroughly read a profile. Next, what you do is you ask yourself, is it possible that I could really like this woman? You also ask yourself, and even more importantly, is it possible that this woman could really like me? If your answers to either of these questions are no, do not message the woman, even if it's a compliment. You're wasting hers and your time. Number 4, if your answer to these questions, is it possible I could really like her, and is it possible that she could really like me? If you answer yes to both after looking at her picture and reading her profile, and be truthful to yourself, then you go ahead now and you send your first message. Send a message that's related to something in her profile that you read that intrigued you, or that's related to a specific thing that you both have in common based on what her profile says. Put it in a question form at the end of your first message, and it doesn't have to be long. It can be 2 sentences or 3 sentences. After you put this first message and ask a question at the end of it, if you get no response from her within 24 hours, give up. Do not message her again and move on. Number 5, if she responds to your message, keep the conversation going by commenting and then asking another question at the end. If you are able to maintain a back and forth conversation and it goes well for 30 minutes to an hour, ask her out now. Do not wait. You don't need any more information. You're not going to get any more valuable information unless you ask her out now and set up the meeting to meet her face to face either today or tomorrow. Do not ask her what she's doing tonight or what she's doing tomorrow or what plans she has for this weekend. You pick either tonight or tomorrow without finding out if she already has plans. Ask her and see how she responds. If she tells you, I'm sorry, I have plans tonight, or I have plans tomorrow, or I can't, see if she offers up another time when she is free without you asking? If so, set it up now for the day that she says she's available. If she does not offer up any kind of alternative to what day she will be free, stop the conversation, go off grid for a day or two, and message her one more time asking if she still is interested in meeting you. I know you're making an assumption that she wanted to meet you to begin with, but you have to do that because it's confident. You're going to say, are you still wanting to meet? This is a question, and she's going to have to kind of say yes or no at this point. If it's a yes, tell her to pick the date and time, and she can even pick the place, or tell her that you're free almost any day, and hopefully you are, because remember, this is important to you. You have enough time for a relationship, right? Because you've decided that you want one, and you're willing to kind of move things around in order to make this happen. And in order to ever make it happen, it means you're going to have to be free to meet several women before you find one that actually likes you and you like them. So you're going to be very available if you want a relationship, and you're going to be flexible. And so if she says yes, that she does still want to meet you, tell her to pick the time and date, and have her pick it right now for some time in the near future. Hopefully not within more than 2 days from now. If she wavers at that point, cross her off your list and move on. Follow this process. Thank you for listening.